Strange Things Radio. Yeah, we've been talking Strange Things Radio. Gotta listen, gotta listen, gotta listen. Strange Things Radio. Yeah. Strange Things Radio. Better late than never. Yeah, 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 yeah. James, I'm sorry. For those of you that have been patient, waiting for us to get through our technical difficulties, all right, which it happens. Sometimes that's the beauty of being live. That's why we love live. Yeah, we could sit there and record our shows and then just replay them at our designated times, but we love the beauty of being live, which means sometime, what was the problem? With the username and password, we got a problem with that? Or was, let's see, the Winamp, what was it? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we are here. It is Friday night. What time? Let's just call it 10:13. 10:13. So we're here. Strange Things Radio. Hello, Strangelings. We love you. Glad you're out there. Hang out with us. We're going to be here till 12. And we're going to be talking about some kind of craziness, some silliness, some weird strangeness, some debate. When are you truly dead? When you have no vital signs? When is it? Or are you truly dead even though you might not have vital signs? Has your spirit left? Is there a spirit? Do you have a spirit? Does your body have, are you flesh and blood, spirit, and let's throw in a soul? Is there a triune part of you? Are you triune? Do you have three things? We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to kind of dissect it. James and I, we love to fly by the seat of our pants, right, James? James, are you there, James? I'm talking to Schnoz here, all right?
Yes.
Come on. How are the levels? Are the levels okay? We didn't even test. We didn't do anything. We just wanted to make sure that we...
They're fine.
All right, whatever. Oh, folks, I got to tell you, this is my therapy. Hanging out with you guys... When James gives me the opportunity to actually see who's in the chat room, but right now he's got the monitor to me. I didn't bring my laptop because last week I had issues with getting into the chat room. So I'm like, do I really want to lug this thing around? You know, it's one of those heavier Dells. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll leave it at home. So James has said, 2 words in the first, what's it been, 5 minutes since we started the show? James? Is this solo tonight, man?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man. But, folks, it's been one of those weeks. Let me ask you a question. All right. You know, can a 27-year-old get a case of the gout? That's the question.
Yes.
So, me being that...
You're not 27.
Excuse me. I thought we had an agreement that we would not give any kind of demographic information out about the host?
I just said you weren't 27. I didn't say how old you were. Just not 27.
Is it going to be one of those nights, man?
This is James's I'm an ass night.
No, come on. You're never an ass. Sometimes. No, did I say that? I didn't mean that.
All the time.
No, I don't say. All right, first of all, are your levels good? We didn't do a level check. And I want to know if our levels are good. Hello?
Mine are perfect.
Are they perfect?
Mine is always perfect.
At least you have confidence in yourself. Because I have confidence in you, buddy. I just do. Are we done? Can I see who's out in the chat room? It looks like you got an eyeball of them. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I got one on my laptop and one over here because that's right. I get my fat ass here on time. And to make sure I can set everything up.
Buddy, all right. Did I not get here 15 minutes before? Okay. It wasn't towards the end.
No. You got here 19 minutes before. So I will give you.
You actually were counting the minutes, man.
No, I just happened to look down. So here, hold on. See, what I got to do is normally I have all this set up. So when you come in, you plop down, and you start rambling, you have something to look at. I have to have all this information to make sure that we're recording, make sure that we're running live on the transmission side, and I have to have the Para X Radio Network's chat room so we can chat with our Strangelings.
Folks, tonight's show is brought to you by Arnold Palmer Zero. No calories, half and half. The best iced tea around.
Now you can see
all
the goodies.
James, mark the counter there. let's just make a little spot, send it to them, especially wings and things. But I didn't say wings and things. Remind me to do wings and things the next half hour.
Okay.
Right? We got Arnold Palmer on this. Hey.
You sure it wasn't Rosie Palm?
What a dick. Come on. Maybe you are going to be like that tonight. You going to be like that tonight?
Yeah.
First of all, I saw James Hauser out there. Wait.
He left because
yeah, he left, man, because I did. Oh, dude.
He didn't like my dickness.
Oh
One
my
too
God.
many Jameses with dicks.
We are in trouble, man. We are in trouble. I hope.
There he is.
There you go, James. I wonder where you were, man. I'm sitting there giving you a shout out, and you took off. You were like gone. I was like, man, there's Hauser? There goes Hauser. Where did he go, man? I'm like, James, he took off. But folks, I got to tell you, it's been one of those weeks. It's been one of those weeks. I've been looking forward to this weekend. And the thing is it has been Africa hot. When I mean Africa hot, folks, that is no exaggeration.
No, I wouldn't say Africa because Africa, no. Africa is hot and dry. We are the jungle.
Hot and humid.
Right. So I would say more like South America where it's like 110 degrees.
See, I've never been to South America, so I can't relate.
But I've never been to Africa either.
I've never been to Africa either, but I know Africa's hot. Especially, let's say on the Serengeti, all right? And these animals.
Dry with a low humidity.
I don't know. Maybe I could take dry heat, but I'll tell you right now, it has been murder. Well, I mean, literally, from the parking lot to my front door, I get into my office, and see, this is the thing, folks. I don't have a small fan. I don't have a box fan. I have an industrial strength fan underneath my desk, so I got a decent sized desk where I can put it on, put it at the back where it can gather enough air, and it looks like I'm doing a constant MTV video where everything's just blowing up. My hair is like in the
like the Marilyn Monroe.
It's me.
Marilyn Monroe commercial where the dress blows up.
Yeah.
I just started referring to something really old just because that's what you do.
Well, but you know what? How apropos, Mr. Riggs. Because that was perfect. You're right. It was kind of like that. Dude, I have to have that. I have to have air blowing on me. Wait, sing it. Wait. Oh, no, I can't. See, Sherry, I can't. I cannot do that. It is not allowed.
Illegal.
We rule. Although I could scream.
You must be listening to us on the app.
Oh, cool. I think I can do a hell of an Axl Rose. All right. In fact, I was doing it when others couldn't. All right. I'm just saying.
The first thing I'm saying.
That's it.
No, I was thinking, ay. That's all I can say.
Right.
Because right now, have you been listening to
that's it. And admit it, when you hear that on the radio and you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
So we can't get in trouble for that, can we? Can we get in trouble for that?
We can always get in trouble for everything around here, but that's just another thing.
Look at Jency. Look at what she writes. Laugh out loud. Eric has to have air circulating around his beach balls. You are so cool.
Yes,
cool.
Welcome to the jungle. So right now, do you know XM Radio?
You are so cool.
Have you listened to that? The Guns N' Roses.
No.
Well, so on XM, it's channel.
I let my subscription go. I got to get it back, and I only do 4 or 5 channels. And maybe one day I'll have a reason to.
Well, yeah,
that was a little cryptic, right? They have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
But they have a Guns N' Roses channel right now.
I did not know that.
For another month or so.
I did not know that. Is it jams all the way through?
Oh, yeah. It's nothing but Guns N' Roses, and then some of the stuff that they like. But then it's got...
The second album, the one that was Duel, I didn't get into it, but I will say one thing. He had hooked up with Stephanie, folks, who was Axl Rose?
I have no clue. I know
Axl Rose's first wife. Stephanie, she was like an SI model. Dude, she was the definition of smoking. Stephanie, come on, man. I know there are other people that have... Eric has a lady friend and is looking to expand their world with XM Radio jamming. Yeah. Stephanie Seymour. Gen Z? Yeah. See, Gen Z knows beauty, don't you, Gen Z?
She knows old rock.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Gen Z, even being a chick, don't you agree? She was freaking beautiful, man. If you were going to say, here's the representation of a female, it would be like, oh my gosh, Stephanie Seymour. Bingo, shut up, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. You're right. I was waiting for a bingo out there.
No, Sherry, come on now. No bingo. I'm just saying.
Please, that was bingo all day.
Dude. First of
all you had to do was, if you could have found a band from the 70s, you'd have been a triple bingo, ding, 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 I won the prize, whatever that is.
All right, I'm thinking of a 70s band where the male lead guitarist fell in love with a very prolific songwriter. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, my gosh. They played with a California university band. That's it. I'm not going to give any more. I'm not going to come. Where the hell Cece? She doesn't know this by now. I know she knows all that stuff.
She doesn't like
Never mind, man. Never mind.
She doesn't like
Dude,
us. No one likes us.
Well, you know why? Because she said, look at all the people that were in, they just dropped. Our guest took off. Eric Clapton. No, not Eric Clapton. See, we had a guest out there that sat there and was listening for a while, and then they were like,
Fleetwood
look.
Mac?
Boom!
Not me. That's what
James. Yeah, CC. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac, man.
How did I not know that?
Ooh, baby. Ooh. That's it.
So all
right, that's a second. I'm not singing anything.
love Fleetwood Mac. I absolutely do.
I do too. See, it was a great. You also just described half the Eagles.
That's true.
And you know what? I freaking loved the Eagles.
Well, technically,
one of my favorite bands.
They're not broke
Dude,
up.
Who was the guest that boogied? That's bull, man. They didn't stay around very long at all, man.
It's all right. We lose them, we get them.
See, well, you know what it is? They can't put up with our ADDness. But you know what, James? We got to live with it, right? We just live with it. We sit there and take our meds. What are you on? You're on Ritalin, right? Yeah, see, we sit there. You give me Riddy, I'll give you, what's another one? I can't remember. So, folks, yeah, Strange Things Radio. That's what we do here. But
what is tonight's show about?
You didn't hear what I said, James. You're not listening, brother.
Because that was about as cryptic as it can get.
Yeah, see, Engineer knows Tusk. Yeah. Tusk was the song that they did with some university band. Was it UCLA? I don't remember who the marching band was, but
Crosby, Stills and Nash. Yeah, I love them.
I do too.
But
great harmonies, incredible harmonies. So I don't even, I haven't heard one of their tunes in a long, long time. So folks, are you kind of sick and tired of the posts in Facebook asking what's your playlist for August 21st during the eclipse? Are you sick of it? You're not sick of it?
Because no one sent me anything like that. I've not seen that once.
You haven't seen that, James?
No. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I swear to God. It's the first time no one...
Here's
what I get on Facebook. White supremacist.
Yeah, well, that too.
And all that crap.
But check this out, though. I'm going
to have a word about that here in a few minutes.
I heard one... Don't let the sun go down on me. Good day, sunshine. They were trying to total eclipse of the heart. I forgot that. So they're trying a lot of dark side of the moon. They're talking about songs that could be a playlist that you could be jamming from the beginning of the eclipse all the way through to the end.
I'm too lazy to get all that together. I'll let some nerd do it for me. I'll find something on YouTube, and they'll say, this is the best eclipse music list, and I'll just listen to that.
I didn't know Graham Nash fell in love with Joni Mitchell, CC. I didn't know that. I saw she was the one with the black hair, right? Something about something in a parking lot. Something parking lot. I don't remember. See,
I don't know.
See, folks, this is Strange Things trivia, music trivia. We don't have basically a set format. We just roll with it. We talk about everything and anything that's strange and out of the ordinary and just weird, just really weird. We like to talk about. We're different kind of people. Are we not different kind of people, James?
Yes.
So we're a little bit different. So, we do our thing, and we ask that our listeners be a little bit understanding.
Just put up with our...
Yeah, our crap. Beep. Yep. I am. You know what? You did that so well, buddy. See, and that was without a sampler. That was like real time. That
by the way, the sampler I got, I spent like 3 hours trying to get it set up.
Did you?
I about threw it against the wall.
Why? Did you have the microphone plugged in?
No. It's a sampler where you drop MP3s into it.
Oh, well, you can also do vocal stuff.
Yeah, you can do all that, but it wasn't that.
Can I do that?
I just couldn't get it. I'm telling you, the thing is,
James, it's okay. We're amongst friends, right? Are we amongst friends? It's
Piss
okay.
me off.
Don't get all upset because really you're a sweet Irishman, man. That's why the Strangelings love you, man. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. Even though we might have a few technical difficulties before we're actually able to start broadcasting for that. We're sorry, but we know.
You know what the biggest technical difficulty we have is?
What's that?
We ain't doing shit for the show tonight.
Dude,
so sorry.
Dude, we have some new listeners out there, and because your attitude is a little bit bad, do we have to have a post discussion? Like, I could.
I like to have a pre-discussion. Maybe get here before 19 minutes before we start the show, and then maybe say, "Hey," or maybe on Wednesday. I mean, we're only doing 60 minutes minus commercial time. I mean,
I'm going to let you have your vocal bowel movement right there. Once you finish, like you're done. And you're okay, then I
ain't done. You got 2 hours of me tonight.
All right, listen, folks.
Listen, Tubby.
Oh man. Dude. Oh my gosh, folks. Did he just call me what I think he called me? I'm a tubby of love, man.
By the way.
What?
The hurricane that we have, his name was
something.
Not Girth, but it sounded like it. So every time I heard him say it, I thought I was swear. I was like, Girth? Yeah, Hurricane Girth is a big one.
Buddy, we're laughing, thick. And we haven't even gotten into the bowling alley effect. That happens in about another month where they just come one right after another. And if one gets in the sweet spot, see, this is the thing, folks. People talk about hurricanes down here, Florida, this and that about it. I can deal with, that's right, CC, Eric is a hot tub of love. She is so talented.
Kind of like butter. Big old tub of butter. You scrape it up and you just put on everything you eat.
My gosh, buddy. Oh, wow. This is the first you've been so direct and piercing. Hope you saw that I have a small or a sensitive, soft chin, so you decide to do an uppercut a la Ali. Take me out, make me feel bad, make me just very sensitive. I want you to know. And you know what? My ADDness, I forgot what the hell I was talking about.
Hurricanes,
yes.
Big ones, fat ones.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing. These things come down, and the single most inconvenient, the single thing that I fear the most is not the wind, not the destructive nature of a hurricane, but no electricity, no AC. And I'll tell you right now, today, I could not have lived without air conditioning, folks. We started out the show about talking about Africa Hot. When I mean Africa Hot, just I came home at lunch, decided to walk the dogs, okay? I just took my shirt off, and I'm walking down, and I thought I was going to die, man. I bolted for the nearest tree to kind of get underneath the shade of the tree. So in about 2 months, it'll start to get really nice. Listen, I'd say maybe November through what, James? March? March, April?
Yep.
It's sometimes this is what happens, man. I have to go off and run solo while he's checking things out. He's texting all his fans. Captain, can you at least drive the frickin' boat? We're going to run aground.
Work.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
All right, James, have we ever had any kind of discussion as to how we would react even though a hot lead came in, or basically giving you information about, we're closing? James goes, cha-ching, cha-ching, right? Right? He didn't say nothing. So that's called poker face. Poker face.
Well, the problem is I'm trying to, okay. I have a Facebook account for my business.
Yeah.
And one of my clients is his birthday. So I didn't realize that, so I had to wish him a happy birthday before we ran out of time, and it wasn't his birthday. But I'm trying to log out of this stupid thing, and I can't seem to find a spot where I can log out of this Facebook so I can get into my other Facebook, and I can't seem to locate the log me out.
I think CC Buddy is tripping. She just goes, Noel. Noel as in no elevated train coming. Dude, what is she talking about? Folks, listen, what you might want to avoid doing on a Friday night before the show,
heroin.
if you're going to hang out with us, don't go to happy hour, don't get sloshed, because we like to watch what goes on in the chat room, and sometimes we have a difficult time discerning exactly what. Where'd you go? Did you see that Andy TM? Andy decided to trademark his name. Who's Andy? Is that an Andy Williams? And nobody even remembers what the hell I'm talking about.
Andy Williams. Is that your uncle?
Have you looked at the chat room? Look at the chat room.
I am trying to get out of Facebook. Facebook has got me by the throat, and I cannot log out.
I just want you to know Jen is watching. And
no, she's not. She's watching. She's watching a movie in the bedroom.
I'm telling you right now.
She doesn't give a rat's ass.
Whisper some more. Really, Gen Z? Whisper some more. All right, listen.
You didn't hear what I was whispering, did you?
You know how to contact Papa. Give Daddy a call.
Anyone out there? Please tell me how do I get the hell out of Facebook? I can't log out.
All right, listen. Control-Alt-Delete.
That does the whole freaking
computer.
No.
Go to Task Manager and kill the Facebook process. It's not going to kill nothing.
Problem is, here's what happens.
Oh, my gosh.
I click on the little thing.
Can you please repeat the last 10 minutes? I wasn't. Engineer is so cool.
Who said that?
Wait. Engineer, man. OWE.
I can repeat it to you in 2 words. He's fat. I'm pissed. Strange Things Radio.
Oh my gosh! You won't stop, man.
I can't get into my Facebook.
All right, listen.
Hit the little face. See, you know how it loads.
Are we still live? Are we live right now with the show?
Yes,
I'm just asking.
Well, do you see the little thing over there?
Were you chewing bubble gum? Oh
no. I don't know.
All right,
I cannot. See, anyone out there help me get on this
James once
thing?
Sat there and said, "Listen, don't try to follow what's going on in the chat room because you'll get lost." And I do get lost, but I mean, it's just So anyway,
I can't get over to
James. Are you freaking kidding me? You're still having a problem?
Yeah, I did not take my meds.
Control-Alt-Delete Task Manager. Go to apps and kill Facebook app and task.
No, the problem is,
yes,
I get out of the tab. I go back into a new tab.
You're trying to get into Facebook.
Yes.
All right. You can't get into Facebook right now, so just give it up and let's do the show,
Facebook.
Bro.
I'm in my business Facebook. I want to go to my other Facebook so then I can try to do something for the show.
Listen. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Tomorrow is Saturday. I think we get to sleep in. No. You know, the sad thing is I try to sleep in. I can't sleep in, man. It's like my body. This morning, I woke up and I thought to myself, it's going to go off now. And it went. My body knows. And sometimes it teases me by, waking up.
You tease your own body?
45. Are we going to go in that direction, James?
You just said.
Did you have too much sugar tonight? Did you have pasta or rice or any kind of bread, carb, anything?
Carbs are fine.
All right, I'm just saying because, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about how you did. And you know what? We just went into the second half.
Well, we were like 12 minutes late.
We were 12. So do you want to go to the top of the hour or do you want to take a little bitty break, itty bitty break?
That's fine. We'll take a little itty bitty break.
Folks, listen, don't go anywhere. Hang out with us. We're sorry that we came on late, but
no, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
So everybody out there, hang out with us. Boys, focus. We're going to take a quick break. Everybody, hang out with us. We'll be back in a few. So don't go away. Strange Things Radio here, hanging out with you Friday night. Hanging out with James and Eric, and we are late. It's like we're really running behind in everything, James. Are we not? It was just one of those. It was just been one of those days, man. But we're glad that those that are out there and are listening, thank you for hanging out and listening to us. James, let me ask you a question. You being the businessman that you are, I'm thinking about starting. I figure if we get 2 pairs of chinchillas and start breeding them, after a while, we'll get to the point, especially if we play a lot of 70s music and, you know, provide a lot of cigarettes for post, Codius, that maybe we can make some cash. So I'm thinking about, you know, we go 2 pair, so that's 4, all of a sudden 8, 16, you know, just keep going, 32, 64,
so what do you do
128.
With these
well, oh, that's right, man, dude. But we can take the fur and then make like chinchilla meat a delicacy and sell it to the Japanese.
Okay. Well, rabbit is already a food source.
Japanese will eat anything. No biggie. I mean, you know.
You ever killed a rabbit?
I haven't really killed an animal, James. Is this the morbid half hour of the show? I'm sitting there talking about chinchilla meat, but
right, you're talking about.
Have you ever seen some of the stuff that Japanese consider delicacies?
Yes.
Could you eat raw squid?
I do.
You eat raw squid.
Oh, it's easy.
You're a sick ass. I'm just saying.
Have
you ever went fishing?
Yeah.
You fish with squid.
Oh,
squid is stenchy.
Oh,
how
good.
can you get past the schnoz before you get to the mouth? I want to know about
you
that.
Clean up good, and I can take you to the.
You can't take the stink out of a squid.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
It's easy.
No, you can't. Now,
squid,
calamari deep fried. If it's really crispy, I can eat that. Oh. Clams, if you've ever had deep fried clams,
I can eat raw clams.
I can't eat clams. No, sorry,
I eat sushi.
It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen.
Yep.
I just couldn't do it. First of all, it looks like snot on a shell, and you know you're taking a risk when they suggest putting hot sauce in there to kill the bacteria. All right, I'm just saying. So if you enjoy hocking back in your throat and swallowing, it's akin to eating a oyster on the half shell. I'm just saying. Yeah. And Genzi said, Genzi, why are you saying we hope that Eric doesn't wind up in the ER with chinchilla-itis? Chinchilla-itis? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
For those of you that like Chinese, right? You got to be careful. Some of the posts that you see on Facebook, you want to be careful. It's very strange. We got strange people out there that like to concoct stories. Okay. One of the stories was this Chinese restaurant in New York. Hey, just bought this Chinese restaurant place. You guys are Chinese. How could we cut back on the cost of meat? Oh, we get the rats. We catch a rat. We fillet a rat. And it's good for sweet and sour chicken, sweet and sour pork. Anything chicken, anything pork. We can substitute the rat meat. Yeah. Complete with pics, okay, of the slaughter area where they're filleting rat meat. I will never be able to eat Chinese food again. And folks, I got to tell you, I could tear through sweet and sour chick, lo mein house with everything, the chicken, the pork, and the shrimp. Come on. Now I'll be thinking, is this place a dump? Do you think they have to, or do they have a lot of traffic? Are they resorting to catching rats down here? Because I'll tell you right now.
Because I will tell you right now, CBS News, FDA warning on raw meat chicken wings was a fake news. Oh, no, not fake news. Pretty much everything we hear.
You sure that was a fake news article about fake news?
It could have been.
Can you believe anything?
No.
Oh, you can't believe anything, folks.
No.
That's the thing, and so, but it horrified me because, like I said, I love Chinese food. Come on. I love Chinese food. Love crab rangoon. I can tell the difference between one restaurant to the other. One is more of a cream cheese-based crab rangoon or real crab rangoon. James? James. Yeah. When you look down, your hair nostrils kind of roll out, and I sit there and think, he's in mad need of one of those, this nose, hair, nostril singers. The little machine you stick up there and it burns. James.
I hear you.
Oh, my gosh. I'm running solo tonight. I'm running solo with you.
For strange things in the news for
well,
you,
dude,
but I found one.
Did you? Okay. First of all, does it have anything to do with rat meat used in Chinese restaurants? Because I'll tell you right now.
This is even better.
What?
It's AI.
You had to ruin my night, didn't you? You know why it's more and more in the news? AI is going to take over.
Well, this is perfect. So this is Dubai has robotic police officers, and they're awesome, according to this post here. Basically, they are 5 foot. They stand 5'4" tall, weigh a mass of 220 pounds. They have a touch screen in their chest to use to report petty crimes. The technology advancement has put Dubai police force on the forefront of technology revolution.
Well, here's the thing. Can they apprehend someone? That's what would scare me. If they can run after you, grab you, pin you down, and hold you, that I think that's going to another level. If it can sit there and say, halt, or I will get you, and then this massive machine run after you, what are you going to sit there and try and smack it in the face? Kick its knee?
Smackage?
Smackage. Yeah, employ a little computer smackage.
Well, I think that is a verb. It's when you take your snack and you smack it around a little bit, and then you eat it.
But, bro, this is the thing. Do you want one? Would you want to encounter one? A robotic cop that interpreted your speech pattern as being condescending, and that sends him to level 4, which means reduce the person to a crying baby on the ground, and it grabs you, and
Sherry says you need an AI hot woman robot.
All right, listen, if you're going to send one, can we get the Carmen Electra model? All right, the Carmen Electra model. That's all I'm saying.
Because he's got,
hey, it doesn't matter. James, I love this side, man. Yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted her after Dennis Rodman. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's it. But dude,
touch of meth.
Well, this is the thing.
Version.
We're laughing about it. But think 10, 15, 20 years later as they perfect these sex bots, okay? Where it's like, wowie, wow. Look, all it costs is your initial investment of the robot. Never again do you have to go buy a meal.
So that's the question now.
Buy
so if
go
these robots,
check out a movie.
If AI female robots become more whorehouses, I mean, they're going to have some
low overhead.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have a license. You know how they have strip bars and they have licenses because they're just robots.
Buddy, this is the thing. All right. The mind, everybody out there has to agree with one thing. People are losing their minds. They're losing their sense of morality. They're losing
it. They never had it.
Yeah, well, I think they did. I think they did at one time, but I think they're really starting to lose it. Where they punt common sense through the upright. Did you dig that football analogy?
That was very good.
Was that not
now,
a very
that would have been
good?
Cool if it was football season, but since we're in baseball season, it doesn't mean shit. Oops, sorry.
Dude, what is with the profanity tonight, man?
Sorry, yeah,
do we not send copies of this to Disney and let
yeah,
Disney?
Right.
Dude, we could try that, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's lame. That was lame, folks. But we're going to sit there and try and send it to Disney.
Don't try it again, because
don't do it. Okay.
Let me tell you, Disney
folks,
will sue on a dime.
Yeah,
that company will sue you on a dime,
dude. 2 seconds. Now watch. We'll probably get dinged, or but you know what I'm saying, man. I'm still trying to encourage you to send spots to Wings and things. We like Wings and things.
I already talked to them today.
Did you?
Not today. Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know how I see? I see you're sitting there, send them the spots, but you're the one that's benefiting from all the wings.
I didn't benefit anything.
That's all right, man. I'm kidding. We got to go there soon. Next week, Vin's on the bus. I'll just fly like the wind. I mean, I bet from where my office is, if I really push it, I could probably get there in 20, 25 minutes. So if you go ahead and order my wings, we slop them down, and it'll probably be about an hour. I'd probably have to take about an hour and a half lunch, but, I usually stay late anyway. You know what I mean, James? Yeah. James, are you with me, James? So I got to tell you, there are people out there, and you have got to instant message us or send us an email that we see out there that we're starting to see from week to week. We want to know who you are, man. Just say hello. We see you, but we don't know you. So, be a friend of ours.
Does anyone know anyone?
I mean, we get to know them from our weekly session of hanging out, like WYW. Then Path of the Foot. Path of the Foot is out there. He hangs out, or he walks over.
How you know it's a he?
You didn't get it, man.
Oh, I did.
You didn't get it. Walks over.
Hang out by yourself over there.
I was going to say "Walk on By." I was almost going to sing "Walk on By," Dionne Warwick, but I would have got. Dude, I hope at some point
came in your head.
Yeah,
not Walk This Way with Aerosmith.
Well, we could do that, or Walk the Line, or these boots are made for walking. We could do a bunch of it about Path of the Foot. But see, Path of the Foot, we want to know now. See, James Hauser just came back. Well, I mean, James is a bro.
He's driving. I think he's listening to us on his.
Yeah, but why all of a sudden is he cutting out unless he's going in and he has to take a leak and folks, listen, let me just give you a little bit of advice. Wear adult diapers. Save yourself possible infection from using a bathroom in a dive gas station on exit 357. I'm just saying. Save yourself that. Oh, wait, look at Jenzy. Jenzy, she knew. Check it out, man. She goes, I think it's more of a cherry withdrawal. I did buy a bag of black cherries today. I could make myself a cherry almond milk smoothie on break instead of ice cream. Is she saying that or she's going to do that?
Yes,
or was she saying ice cream? You know what, Jenzy? We got to hang out. Are you in California? Where's she at?
Texas.
Oh, she's in Texas. That's right.
Oops. I don't know if I'm
deep in the heart of Texas?
Sorry, Zinzi, I didn't mean to tell the world where you're at.
Oh,
Texas
see?
Small.
Gas assist. Dude, I'm glad you responded, man. See, and I worried. I got to tell you, James, I worried because you remember you said that you would be in Texas. That's when you don't get a chance to listen all the time. So I'm glad you're out there listening, James. And I'm rooting for you, bro. He's one of our bros. Come on, is he not one of our bros?
Yes.
Please, if you freaking yawn one more time, man, one more time, I'm gonna sit there and cry. I mean,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
do? Wait. Oh my gosh, Sherry, is it Lionel Richie? Hello. With the blind girl. What the hell is she saying? See, these girls, they start conversations and they leave us, the guys, out. What is with that, man? That's a little sexist, Gen Z. Well, I'm just saying. You can't include us in the joke. Well, I mean, hello with the blind girl.
Bigfoot.
I got to tell you.
Ghost.
And you know what, Gen Z? I can sing it to you, darling. I could sing it to you. Now,
don't say it.
Dude, am I a little flirty tonight? Am I a little? I don't mean to be flirty because really, James, really, I mean, how often do I really flirt with chicks? I like to flirt with chicks. Because you know what? I guess what it's doing is it's making me a better man in accepting rejection. I'm just saying. I might get rejected 99% of the time, but you know what? That's called learning. If you can close 10%, 20% of your deals, James, is that not a good average for the most part?
Yeah.
And it's all about numbers. It's a numbers game. So if I can flirt with about 10 chicks a day, that means one or two, almost like a Venus flytrap, I can catch them. Like they're a fly in my Venus flytrap. And then I let my juices flow. I sing to them. I romance them. Oh, my gosh. Pepe Le Pew doesn't have squat on me. I'm just saying. You know what, James? I just gave my age away because not a damn person out there knows who Pepe Le Pew.
I love Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. I mean, he was always, Yay, James, said Ghost. All right, so we're getting to
as long as I squeeze in some paranormal
folks,
crap somewhere.
Listen. Tonight is just one of those nights, folks. This is Strange Things Radio, okay? We are
Every
revealing...
time you say that, I keep thinking of that song, One of Those Days, by Limp Bizkit. I love that song. Do you know that song?
Yeah, I guess.
Someone out there. You don't know that song?
Wait, hold on. Laugh out louder. They are going to make you purchase them a meal and then split. Wait, is that part of your arsenal, Gen Z? Did you just reveal part of your arsenal? You would, let's say I was in Texas, and I went, hey, Gen Z, hey, it's Eric from Strange Things Radio. Hey, let's go catch a bite to eat. I've been wanting to have one of those Texas burritos. Let's go get but remind me, I'm going to go ahead and get some of the... Folks, I just watched James watching his mic move, and he didn't realize it was his arm against the... James.
I was like, what the hell?
I'm telling you, James, if people were listening, they would sit there and say, you guys are ADD, and we can't help it, folks. We can't. That's why, James, you realize we could never be big time because those that would say, what the hell's your show about, man? I mean, you have no clue. We're like, we'll talk about the paranormal. We get to the paranormal.
We get to it.
Eventually, we get to the paranormal. All right, this is what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a break. We're going to recoup. Wait, not my arsenal's my arsenal is giving you the number to McDonald's. Well, listen, I'm just telling you right now. There's two breakfast places that I dig. Love Cracker Barrel for some country fried steak or a steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's. Hello.
I had Cracker Barrel today.
Did you?
Yeah.
When? What time?
About 8:30.
For breakfast?
Yeah.
You didn't even call me?
I was already on the road for 2 hours.
Dude, what'd you have?
The little
you didn't have
2 eggs. Had the grits,
country fried steak.
Here in the south, you gotta have some grits.
You gotta, and I love grits, buddy. I'm just telling you that right now. Come on.
Some big
apples.
No,
see what? I'm trying
round things.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
Okay, dude. You got to go with the Country Joe's brisk breakfast. You get country fried steak, 2 eggs made to order. You get hash brown casserole. You have grits, and then you have biscuits and gravy. I always say to the waitress, honey, save yourself a trip. Bring 4 biscuits and extra gravy.
Oh, look at that. Denny's is having a $4 unlimited Eclipse pancakes on Eclipse Day all day.
Oh, no kidding. There's a Denny's right down the road. No kidding. Wow. You know what? Do you hear, James, you should have gotten into the Eclipse glasses. Heard on the radio?
I haven't.
They're hard to find now.
No, I have 5 in my house.
You have 5?
Yeah, I bought them.
Yeah, but it's at 1 o'clock. The kids are going to be in school.
Not my kids. I'll pull them out.
For the eclipse?
Yeah.
That's right. You are going to take them to Pink Floyd, aren't you?
No.
Now, see, there I was going to sing Dark Side of the Moon. James, I feel like my wrists are bound, okay? I want... What was that one guy? He sung. He was the first singer at Woodstock, and he just sang "Freedom" and yeah, Zero Carb, Eric. Yes, C.J. Hauser. Hauser and I had about a 25 minute discussion on a diet that not only will assist in losing weight, but hopefully resolving some of these issues with my high blood sugar.
Yeah,
and
we talked about
I think the gout. I mean, folks, listen, for about the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've had tenderness in my knee, and I haven't injured my knee. I don't do anything laborious. I don't do anything where it's not like I'm playing rugby, and there's another thing, folks, rugby. How would you like to be a rugby player and all you do is frickin' smell ass? I mean, that you ever see a scrum? If that isn't a stink, especially after about 4 or 5 minutes sweating, that stink. James,
what?
Stop me next time, man. Why the hell are we talking about rugby?
I don't know. You just went off in a rain, so I just said,
ass smell, and a frickin' and a scrum. But that's happened. But folks, listen, we're going to take a quick break. This is Eric and James at the helm, and. What did you just call? We got to have a discussion on the backside, brother. Listen, don't go away. We got another hour of show. Hang out with us, man. We only do this once a week, so let's take advantage of the time that we can. Strange Things Radio. We'll be right back.
Strange Things Radio. Strange Things Radio. Strange Things Radio. Strange Things Radio. Strange
All right, for those of you that listen to the show with a little regularity, all right, in other words, you have very easy, soft stools. For all of you that listen to the show, tell me if that's not James' favorite song. I think he just loves the song. Now, and James, while he knows that... All right, he just did the honey bunch, daddy's a little thirsty kind of body language as he eats a chunk of French roll. And he had an oatmeal pie hidden in his pants, which I thought, that's a little gross, James. That's a little gross. All right? Right, Jen? Mm-hmm. All right, now see, Mama B knows what the hell's up. You know that, don't you? What are you looking at, man?
So what kind of tumbler is that you're drinking out of?
That is your Star Wars tumbler. Mm-hmm. And you have a Star Wars tumbler too, dude. You are king of the nerd. You realize that, don't you? Tumbler. That's not a... What is it?
This is a Doctor Who. With the TARDIS.
Folks, dude, listen.
And this is not mine.
Listen,
this is Lily's.
That's Lily's?
Yep.
Dude, if she finds out that you're using her tumbler and it's not clean for tomorrow, your ass is grass. I'm just saying. Oh, gosh. Ugh.
Oh, Eric's dying on air. All
no,
right.
I'm not dying on air, man, but, you know. But, folks, tonight's show is brought to you by Arnold Palmer Zero, half and half. No calories. Are you looking for something refreshing? Arnold Palmer, 0 calories, half and half. Thank you. Mark it, James. Come on, mark it. You're not going to mark it, James?
Yeah,
my gosh. You know, Jay, hang with me, bro.
I'm hanging.
I will, cut it, man. We're going to send it away. If I can get a case out of it, was it not worth it? Was it not worth it?
Offworld says, you'll be a sonic screwdriver in a heartbeat. Don't break it.
How the French feel about him eating their rolls. Dude, this guy. Well, and James just slams away. He's just sitting there chomping on this and doesn't give a rat's ass. But, folks, tonight's topic, all right, hot off the presses.
Eric's
James and I, today, James sends me this email, right? And it's dealing with this lady. Now, I didn't see where it said she was dead for 23 hours, James.
She said she was in hell she went to heaven, okay, and that Jesus took her to hell for she was there for 23 hours.
Did she talk about, I thought this was all based upon her being in a hospital or whatever, and she was dead.
That's what she said. That she was dead for 23 hours and she was down in hell because Jesus took her there.
I understand that part of the situation. What I want clarity on is,
what kind of drugs was she on?
No. Was she in does she claim to have been in a hospital? Was she in an emergency room? Was she declared dead, went to a morgue, and came back to life miraculously after 23 hours and had all her faculties? What's the backstory? Because I didn't see it in the article. All I saw was she claims to have seen Selena in hell, Michael Jackson in hell. Selena. You don't remember Selena? She was gorgeous. Gorgeous.
No.
You don't remember?
Listen, I will tell you, I cannot even name 5 famous, sexy women on one hand.
That's pretty sad, James.
Because I could care less.
That you've lived
it's pointless.
At that type of life, that you haven't been able to sit back and admire the beauty of that which is
I think it's
the
pointless.
female anatomy.
The only beauty
really,
I ever
James?
care about is my wife.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kissing ass or what?
That's it. In the room.
Pucker up. Pucker, she's listening to the story to find out, if you're going to give her any code words for tonight's activities. But come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a headache.
That's it. Pucker up, bro. Yeah, right. She's saying, okay, I'm going to surprise his ass. I'm going to basically give him a kamikaze effect as he's starting to roll over. I'm going to sit there and just, yeehaw! James, did you see what? I'm sorry.
Folks,
I
will tell you. Here's the truth. I'm going to give you a truthism.
What?
You're not like this. When you've been married 26 years, your yeehaw days are way in the rearview mirror.
I don't believe that.
Really? Because you haven't been married 26 years.
First of all, this is the thing. If that's the case, you wouldn't be making goo-goo eyes every time she comes in and kind of
That's
motioning
good,
with
I
the
love it.
eyes to the bedroom.
That's a whole lot different.
Please,
That's
you know,
why do you
come off like that? Why do you? You know that's how you are keeping your girlish figure from. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you know that's what it is. I mean,
So
that's-
we're going to talk about near-death experiences.
well, this is the thing. We had the debate, James, when James and I were talking.
Right, because I sent you that article, and my question is, well, first thing, how could she be
Dead for 23 hours, and I asked
Because
you
the
to
brain,
clarify that.
The brain doesn't
I
work.
agree.
The body doesn't
I
work.
agree.
So
I
it's all,
agree.
I think it's a load of you know what.
Well, anyway.
To be dead that long and go to
this
hell.
is the thing.
Please.
Just that article brought to mind tonight's topic for me in that all right, you basically look at yourself in the mirror and you see a reflection of yourself. And you have to ask yourself, okay, am I just flesh and blood? Or do I also have within my flesh and blood a spirit? You know, do we have a spirit? Do we have the mysterious thing called a soul? You know, is our spirit how we think? I mean, the way we think and reason and our emotions, is that our spirit, man? Is that our spirit? How we are, our consciousness? Or is our consciousness a soul? That, to me, no, I think there's a triune makeup of a human being. That's my belief. So the question is, when the physical body dies, what happens to the spirit and the soul? And James and I, we were sitting there discussing it. We thought, okay, well, let's take one step further. All right? If the body dies, then you have the spirit and the soul. Does consciousness remain? And being how the body decays and goes back to dust, the spirit or the soul, does it have? Are you aware of it? And is there a place that you might have to go? So
First thing.
you got to admit, if you read it, didn't it kind of, the whole visual of somebody being in just on fire and in a fire, and when you read the term
I think it's all shit.
furnace.
Tonight,
Well, James, you can
crap. I'm sorry. Listen, I want to take a hard stance on this one. Physiology. That's not the word I'm looking for. There's no difference between me and a monkey, outside of the fact that I'm smarter than the thing. That's it. That is it. Biologically, no different. Heart, lungs, brains, fingers, toes. I'm probably just as hairy as one. No different. I just happen to be a few degrees of intelligence smarter. So the question is all the smartness that we have basically just spun us out and we're all sitting around going, yeah, there's got to be something bigger than death. Maybe not. There's all these. Are
you a gambling man? Are you a gambling man?
Yeah, I am actually. I did pretty good at Vegas.
All right.
What
What if this is the time you roll a craps? Just asking.
Okay, so there's an afterlife.
Okay.
So whose afterlife?
Okay.
Whose? The Bible? Because hold on. There's 7 billion people in the world, and I can guarantee you there's about 1.8 billion who think the Bible is crap.
Okay.
There's another 1.8 people who think the Quran is the correct. There's another 1.8 billion who think that Hinduism is correct.
Yes.
And Buddhism.
Yes.
And then all the other crazy religions. And
Yeah.
and coming from a pagan and coming from a druid, there are times you wonder, if so, the stories in the Bible are essentially crazy
Okay.
and stuff.
Okay.
The fact that so my theory is this whole heaven and hell. There's only a small portion of the planet who believes in that theory.
Okay.
So how can it be true?
All right, do you know how animated you are right now with your Doctor Who Tumblr?
I'm just saying we're assuming that there's a heaven and hell,
right,
and all
James.
this. And these people are like, oh, I went to heaven. I saw
James.
Elvis in heaven, and the Pope is in hell.
James,
really?
Okay, we have done shows before on this topic. We have talked about several doctors, physicians that worked in emergency rooms.
And that doesn't be the fact that they're doctors, physicians.
Hold on. That see something that changes them, that affects them, changes their
and people drop
understanding.
acid and change their lives all the time.
Doctors aren't tripping. All right, now wait a minute. Hold on just for a second. Okay, these physicians that work in emergency rooms that see people, no vital signs, for whatever reason, no vital signs, they are clinically dead. But the medical team, they continue to try and revive the person.
Well, I'm not saying...
Wait, now
I'll
this
let you
whole
talk.
process can take a long time. As long as you're getting oxygen into your blood, into your lungs, and then into your blood, and then you could do without vitals for a bit. 15, 20 minutes. They're working on you. They're trying to revive you. Then they revive you, and you recall exactly what occurred during that whole time.
Yeah, but that's circumstantial.
These doctors that know they were not conscious, they were not respirating, their heart was not beating. They wait a minute, okay. They had no vital signs for an extended period of time, and yet they can tell you exactly what transpired the whole time, and these doctors are left asking themselves, what the hell did I just... It was like they were conscious the whole time. Now, based on information like that, I think you could make the leap, realistically, that person that was not conscious, that was basically unconscious, no vitals, clinically dead, saw and heard everything going on during that period of time.
But that just means that at some point their brains were still recording.
James, they are unconscious.
Doesn't mean that...
No blood...
So you're telling me that when you're asleep, that your brain still doesn't record the sounds it hears?
But my heart's beating, I'm breathing, I'm physically alive, that whole process. I'm talking about when a person has no vitals, they are clinically dead. They are going to... This is what... Should we stop now and just call them dead?
Or absolutely brain dead? I mean, nothing.
James.
For 23...
James.
She said 23 minutes or 23 hours.
I'm not even talking about that.
I know, but I'm just saying... I know what you're saying. You're just saying a few minutes...
Let's see. All right, let's see. Guess which backs up the Bible when Jesus says, the day you die, you are truly dead. Okay. If your body can be lowered quickly and held, you can hold on quite a while, CC. It's the warm-up and the resuscitate part that gets tricky. All right. All I'm saying is this, folks. Follow me on this. Physical body, spirit, soul. Your spirit, soul, that conscious part of your being. Your body, your physical body on a table, the vitals cease to be. Your heart's not beating. You're not respirating. You're basically dead for an extended period of time, but they force oxygen through your system through CPR, through whatever.
Okay.
Right, forcing
so
respiration.
They figure out a way for the body to come back.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't mean heaven and hell is real.
But the spirit, they can describe exactly what was said, even though they weren't conscious. They can recite exactly what the doctors were in some of these stories talk about people that never were in the room, that they were already unconscious when they were pulled into an emergency room setting where the doctors were trying to resuscitate the person. So the person never had an idea as to what the room looked like, but yet after they were revived, maybe in another room, they can describe the room they were in. Oh, the big clock over in the corner. Oh, there were 4 or 5 people. Oh, you said this. You said administer this. You said and they can sit there and describe while they were clinically dead. That says to me that their consciousness was aware of what was around them, and they could perceive what was going on. It's not hard for me to make the leap then when some of these individuals also tell the story of them suddenly being in this room and then falling and getting dark and feeling warmth, and all of a sudden they see fires below them and they describe what went on and blah, 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 and maybe Jesus brought that. I mean, there's so many stories out there that once they're resuscitated, they can describe what was going on. And
but don't you think that maybe it's them dreaming? Tell me you don't have it.
Yeah, the skeptic can. The skeptic then at that point in time is looking for an alternative explanation for something that they don't want to consider as a possibility. And that's the truth, James. That's the truth. I don't want to.
That's theory. There's no truth. It's like saying the Bible's true. The Bible has faith. You believe in the Bible as truth. It is not truth.
Well,
that's no different than me saying the Games of Thrones books are true.
James, this is the thing. But when you can read the Bible and see prophecies that occurred thousands of years ago that came to pass, more so than any soothsayer or anything.
Give me one example,
James.
I can nail it.
The existence of Israel. I mean, they had prophets that described that basically said the number of days.
And I can tell you, 500 years from now, cryptic enough, the eventually, James Riggs 500 years ago knew what he was talking about. Nostradamus said the same crap, and his versions of life 50 years ago was one way, and now we're like, oh yeah, look, he did this and that. And
I'm just saying.
Call me the skeptic.
I'm telling you
tonight,
from what when I hear that. Somebody had no vital signs, then can describe what happened, so much so that the doctors that hear these stories are shocked and make them reconsider their beliefs
and
in
the
the
same
afterlife.
Doctors in the 50s also said that smoking was good for you.
Okay, James. Okay. See,
and then 100 years ago, doctors said, "Oh, this is good and that's good." They used to use cocaine,
buddy.
We kind of know that cocaine's not good for you.
Would you agree? Doctors apply logic in their approach to medicine.
No, they apply logic when it fits the narrative.
No.
When it doesn't fit the narrative, they do it all the time.
James.
If they can't figure stuff out,
James,
then they're like, well, it could be this, it could be that.
No, James.
And then they fit whatever story fits the narrative of the
James,
issue.
What you are doing is you're just trying to apply something really quick, a quick argument, and I don't think
I can give it a prime example.
Here we go.
Ready?
Okay.
So my father-in-law's...
I'm craving pancakes, by the way, right now. I'm craving pancakes.
You know what sounds really
Blueberry pancakes and sausage.
Big
right
old
now.
Belgian
Dude,
waffle.
There's no freaking breakfast place around here that's still open. See, you got to live all the way out in the freaking sticks. Remember before when we would go with who did we go with? We would go with who are the two chicks? Susie and Liz. We would go
back to my example.
See, that's ADD.
I'm staying on topic.
Go ahead.
So my father-in-law's wife, been married 15, 18 years. She gets a thing in her breast. And so mind you, she's the fittest woman I've ever seen. She's 78 years old. She tennis, runs, fit as a fiddle. Fit as a fiddle. Her mom didn't pass away until her mom was 98. Was fit as a fiddle. They said, it must be she had a mammogram in March. Nothing wrong with her. No cancer, no nothing. So she gets this little hurting underneath her breast, and they're like, oh no. They went, oh, it's a bee sting. It stung her, and then the pain traveled up to the nodes or whatever. Still hurting. Goes to another doctor. Well, we can't see it. Guess what they found yesterday?
Cancer?
Stage 3. Tomorrow she goes to...
That's a misdiagnosis, brother.
But they were telling her something that would fit.
Can you scroll up? I want to see something that rains. Scroll up a little bit.
I'm just saying.
I just
doctors all the time.
All right, right there. Stop. Rain 73 said, in the Bible, Lazarus had been dead for an entire period of 4 days. When Lazarus died, Jesus said, our friend Lazarus sleeps, but I go that I may wake him up. Then his disciples said, Lord, if he sleeps, he will get well. However,
and so the problem there is now you're inferring that the Bible has any truth to it.
It does.
I can write you a paragraph right now that says that when I die, I will come back in 30 days.
Okay. All right. Listen,
James. And there's no truth. There's no evidence that this guy Lazarus even existed.
But
if he didn't, came back,
James,
rolled all that crap out.
I understand, and I know why that you feel about it. But listen, we can't have. Should we take a quick quick break? Is that what you're saying? What was
two means in 2 minutes for taking a break.
Oh, well, I'm sitting there going, it's either 2 or you're throwing me a peace sign. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about, man.
2 means in 2 minutes we go to break.
All right, that's cool, man. We only got a half-hour show. Before we go, folks, I got to tell you, those of you that have been hanging out with us, we love you, dudes. We love our strangelings. And if we get a little bit ADD, that's part of the territory. That's what happens. We can't help that. What?
While dead in 33 AD isn't necessarily dead. Thank you, Cece.
Oh, that doesn't mean she's agreeing with you. That's it.
Yes, he does.
Pucker up, Buttercup. Kiss the coolie is what that was. James, come on, man.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Dude, we got to find breakfast somewhere,
Dude's
man.
got to go potty.
All right, go potty. Folks, this is Strange Things Radio. We got a half an hour of show left. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a break. Let Duke do his business out in the back. So stick around, folks. Don't go anywhere. We love you, and we're going to hang out for another half hour, okay? Strange Things Radio. Be right back.
Strange Things Radio.
Go up and it's gonna. No, I'm not going to take your Cheeto
you
bag.
take-
No, I'm not going.
you
No, I'm
have
not going to do it. I'm not going to do it now. We're back. Bring it up, man.
We're fighting over the Cheeto bag.
Dude, are we live?
Yeah.
We're freaking live, man. We're not fighting over the Cheeto bag. And now we got to explain it because you got to give me that we're on the air. You got to, because they hear stuff we don't need to have me. All right, this is what happened. James goes and gets himself a bag, like one of those individual bags of Cheetos. I think he knows Cheetos are cool. I'm like, you didn't get me a bag. And he's like, well, I'll get it here for you in a little bit. I'm like, dude, we're going to go online here. We're online. We're gonna be up again. And he's like, all right. He throws the bag at me. Of course, I'm not going to sit there and take the bag. So I throw it back. We're playing catch with a freaking Cheetos bag, and he brings the volume up so people can listen to what's going on. Folks, we are live. Did you know that? We're live. We don't do any kind of recorded shows. We are live, which includes things like, fine, you want the Cheeto bag? Take this Cheeto bag. No, I'm not going to eat the Cheeto bag. It's your Cheeto bag. Go get me a Cheeto bag. No, and we're tossing it back and forth. It's embarrassing, folks. Are you going to go get one? He's actually going. Dude, you know what, James? I'm watching the graph, and I hope I'm not blowing. I hope I'm not distorting. I can't help it when I laugh. Wait, watch out! I'm a biter. Did you just see that, James? I'll fight you for Cheetos. Watch out. I'm a biter. You can have the bag. I want the Cheetos. Well, you know what? Daddy's getting himself a Cheeto. Let me demonstrate the crunchability.
So what we did was called Smackage. We kept throwing the snack back and forth, and we were slapping it around.
Yeah. No, that was
dodgeball with a snack.
Or bat mitten snackage. No, it's
All right, so we were talking about near-death experiences.
I can't believe, James, that you would be so skeptical and throw crap out there to fight my position. If doctors that thought the way you did, suddenly they change their perspective on what they see. You're poo-pooing that is what you're doing.
Yeah, because there's the first thing you're talking about.
Because you don't want to believe.
It's not that I don't want to believe. It's just it's logic sense. It's logical.
Look at Chinzy. Eric wants to lick the bag. I can't help but lick. All right, anyway, go ahead. I don't know where the hell it came from.
Right. This is brought to you by Cheetos. I swear to God. So, but there are stories out there of people who do die and do say, hey, I saw this. I'm not saying that that's unexplainable because there's definitely weird and strange things. And also ghosts. If a person, and this is where it gets complicated for me too. If you're dead and you're no different than the monkey, why aren't we seeing monkey ghosts? Why only human ghosts? Why don't we see kitty cat ghosts and doggy ghosts?
Well,
and
have
all the
you
ones?
ever seen some of those shows where they're at a ghost town, a western ghost town, and they describe hearing hoofbeats of horses?
Oh, that's a good point.
So, is that a ghost or is that some sort of replay? Something? And do we truly understand everything about the afterlife? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That's where we agree there.
I know what I believe. If we can prove that there are ghosts, that there are spirits, then we're that much closer to believing in the validity of the Bible.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
That is such a jump.
No, it's
There's
not.
No,
No,
way.
it's not
You
a jump.
cannot put
How's
that
it a jump, bro? How's it a
Ghosts
jump?
are real, so the Bible must be real. Are you kidding me?
Ghosts, the unknown. Ghosts are unknown. So there's something that we don't know and can only speculate about. But when we get evidence through biblical prophecy, near-death experiences, describing things
But why
that come
does that
back,
make the Bible true? It doesn't.
James.
Oh, so, and by the way, ghost cats and dog cats, but maybe the other animals don't need to hang around. Very true.
There he is. He's back. Andy, TM, Andy Trademark. Hey, I saw you pop in, and I'm like, hey, James, do you know we had this guy named Andy that trademarked his name? Can we do that?
I don't think it's trademark. I think it's something else. But
It says, and he's gone.
anyway,
He didn't want us talking about him, so he's like, let me get the hell out of here, man. Let me get out of here.
as you know, if a lizard goes on to, they barely make any noise in their life. This is very true because Astrid, our pet bearded dragon, which Lily had out today. She had it on the couch, and they both like dozed off on the couch. It was so cute. So took a picture.
Lily and the lizard?
Yeah.
Took a nap?
Yeah. They fell asleep on the couch.
The lizard fell asleep.
Yeah. Enjoy Lily.
Are you kidding me, dude? That is so cool. Now, I'm telling you, you better be careful, because I think one day you do that and Duke is sitting there going,
no, Duke. No,
and all of a sudden you see the beard of the bearded dragon on the ground.
No, Duke's gone up to it and smelled it. He didn't care. It's the cat I worry about.
The cat couldn't touch that lizard.
Cat's pretty fast.
You really think so?
But once that lizard gets to be full grown, forget it.
Well, didn't you say it was going to get to 2 feet? Mm-hmm. James,
Totally
how the hell are you going to house a 2-foot lizard? Is it going to be fair to keep him in the same aquarium that you have now? I mean,
That's
come on.
the right size for a bearded dragon. But
not a 2-footer. There's no way. How the hell can the thing stretch its legs, dude?
No, it's about 12 inches for the body.
Dude, I am calling the SPC, or what's that organization about lizards? You know, the abuse of lizards. Dude. James, help me out, James.
Oh no, I'm reading something that Cece says that I can prove a ghost exists today with science. I cannot prove that someone they said that they saw a ghost a century ago. It's hearsay. Thank you.
Wait. What about an authentic EVP that is intelligent? And that's what I'm talking about, James. Because the skeptical say that was fake. They faked that. That's not real. That's what you're doing about heaven or hell. You're taking that same tact. You're sitting there saying, no way, no way.
I don't have an EVP from heaven.
Yeah, but you can read Old Testament prophecy and see that it came to pass. Thank you.
I can write shit all day.
Thank you.
And say it's true.
Whoa,
and that it came from God.
Oh, man.
John Smith did that. He wrote crap about it, and that was Latter-day Saints. Yeah, those people. There's always prophecy. Wrote it. I was inspired by God. This is God's word. Really? Because you can get high on mushrooms and everything else out there, peyote, and say, this is all coming from God. Really? That's you cannot prove that. With technical equipment, with your own eyes, with video, stuff you can reproduce. When scientists do stuff, they go, okay, can we reproduce this, experiment?
How do you reproduce the supernatural?
You don't.
It happens when it happens.
Well, you can.
You can't conjure up stuff. You can go to areas that are active, right?
But
you can go to areas that are
active. Because it was written in a book that some guy said was from God. Now, mind you, anything we have in life.
Biblical prophecy, James. You're missing the frickin' boat.
What biblical prophecy? Name one thing that's come true.
Israel. The rebirth of Israel.
They want it to happen.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
They want it to happen, and they're going to say, one day this is going to happen. Like, I can say one day we will have AI that's smarter than me. Am I biblical? Am I going to be a prophet? No, I'm just looking at something that either I want or it will happen just because of what's happening now. Are we going to have flying cars one day? Well, yeah, possibly something similar to it. If I say one day we're going to be able to move from one part of the world to another part of the world in a highly functional purpose, I don't know, come up with some language that looks like I know what I'm talking about, prophecy-wise.
What's Rain 73 talking about? What about White Sands, New Mexico? What's significant about that?
Rain 73? I don't know what
is that where they did atomic testing?
I have no idea.
Rain, is that what you're talking about? Because I'm trying to hang with you, man. I am trying to, unlike James, which is just very combative tonight.
Thank you.
Apologize.
And see, I can say at some point a leaf will fall in this very spot. Someday, the law of averages, it will happen. So saying that the Jerusalem will get rebuilt again, it was, no different than we say one day I will roll a pair of sevens in Vegas. If I go to Vegas enough times and roll enough sevens,
that is too simplistic, man.
That's the same thing. They didn't say, in 1985 or 1932, these Jews are going to go to a piece of land and they're going to build this new Jerusalem
that they were disbanded from. Okay,
but they didn't say that in the Bible. It's all very cryptic. Very cryptic.
That proves
no, it's
the
so
validity of the Bible.
It does not. And by the way, the Bible has been changed numerous times.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has. You don't know the Bible
Buddy,
that well.
Now,
I'm just telling you. But
when
the problem
they,
is you
when
keep
they
jumping
find tablets or the Lost Sea Scrolls that are proven to be
What about the
thousands
Book of Enoch?
wait, hold on.
What about the Book of Enoch?
That have been thousands and are entire books, like the entire book of Isaiah, word for word.
They haven't.
Now, they have. What are you talking about?
Nope.
Oh my gosh!
Nope.
Right now, folks, you got to understand what's happening right now. Okay, we're having a bit of a
Because you're
discussion.
using the Bible as a
Both of us
have scientific point of view, and it's not.
Both of us have like orange fingers from eating Cheetos. Right? And we're sitting there. This is why we love doing a show. James, you got to admit, this is why we love doing a show.
No,
All
no.
right? Come on, usually break out the snackage.
Yep.
We have a bit of a discussion. Now, tonight, you've used the S word several times.
That's true.
And I'm
I'm
going
very
to have
tired,
to.
man.
I'm going to have to
You're
send.
You're going to edit?
Wait. I stole some sand from White Sands when I was a teenager. Put it back. Folks, this is what happens when it gets late, okay? And James is not even paying attention. All he's doing, we both did the pour the bag, the crumbs in the bottom into our mouth, right? That whole dip. Mm-hmm. So,
All right.
yeah.
If you're not finished eating this last little bit here, I'm going to finish up my argument.
Well, this is the thing, buddy. I mean, I don't want people to just listen to us argue over this, man. Most of these people know I'm right, and
You don't know your audience, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You're telling me most of the people in this audience believe the Bible.
Yes, I do. When you did that, you flicked a piece of Cheeto and hit me in the frickin' forehead. I want you to know that. Yeah, you did, dude. Yeah, I didn't know you did.
Oh, I was like, really? Damn, I'm
that
good.
would be serious pointing. Yeah. So,
all right. So, all those idiots out there who think, okay,
are you calling our audience idiots, buddy?
No, not our audience, just the rest of the world.
You just said.
No, but I saw this article.
Wait, stop, and look at Ginzy's. Why is Ginzy always on your side? I was the one giving her flirtatious throwouts, and she didn't
Snack
even.
foo.
Snack
OW.
foo. Then who said that?
That is
Of
the
course,
best.
the engineer comes through. Snack foo. Yeah, that's it, man. Dude, he's doing like these forms, these kung fu forms, as he's sitting there talking.
You know that song, Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese.
No, it's not Chinese. It's kung fu.
Yeah, that's it.
Fighting. You know why? And see, the thing is, the kicks were fast as lightning.
Yeah, I don't know the words very well.
You don't know that words?
There's only two bands that I can quote words from and sing their songs.
What's that?
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And Pink Floyd.
Oh, please. Dude, I had a friend of mine that's over in Japan right now that went for his work, for his job. And I had to send him The Vapors Turning Japanese.
That's all that.
You know the tune?
Yeah.
Turning Japanese? No, but and I got to ask you a question. Why haven't some of the listeners out there friend requested me? And you can post to our website. James, how can they get to our website? Or not our website, but Facebook. How can they contact
Strange
us?
Things Radio, Strange Things Radio Network is our Facebook.
Yeah.
And then also strangethingsradio@gmail.com is our email, and Host of Strange is our Twitter. Strangethingsradio.com is coming.
It's under construction.
It is under construction, and since I'm the only person working there, there you go.
Was that a cut? That was a cut, bro. Why was that a cut? Why were you cutting me tonight? I noticed our cool black friend wasn't out there tonight. I'm a little bit hurt, but that's all right. We had somebody come in. Oh, what is that? I have no life. Oh, yeah, they're coming after us.
Yes.
See, and I got to tell you something, have no life. We've been butchering it up, man. We've been all over the night. James, what would you say if we were to go ahead and label tonight's show as what our topic was? What was our topic? Not necessarily the afterlife, because I think I put forth an excellent argument for the existence of the afterlife, including heaven and hell, the existence of God and Jesus that makes it all possible.
Quoting a book.
Yeah, and the Holy Spirit. No, James, listen. It doesn't matter because I'm going to keep praying for you every day anyway. So you could sit there and make your cracks, which is fine, man. I mean, and I'm unabashed about that. Some people might be embarrassed about,
But I do want to say one thing. I want to get on a small. I'll give myself 2 minutes and then I'll get off my rant.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is about the white supremacist crap.
We waited all the way to the end of the show to contact.
Because I'm probably going to raise a little hairs and we'll probably get kicked off this network.
Well, don't, dude. You notice I didn't say anything about that.
All I'm saying I am not.
Or even what happened in Spain with 13 people, 14 getting.
That's very sad.
So now see how you open the door, and you know how I can lose it a little bit.
Right, I'm going to lose it.
Especially the perpetrators that did that and what they were all about and blah, blah, blah.
I agree there. But the fact that the white supremacist people are doing two things that's really ticking me off. They're taking the Confederate flag, and I know everyone's like, "Oh, it represents slavery and all that stuff." It represents the fact that the South was wanted to become a separate country because of the way the North was treating us, and we can get into why the Civil War was the Civil War. And for those who don't, it was not about slavery. It was a part of it, but it was not really. People don't realize the Civil War
was mostly state rights.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason the North decided to go to war. Because they basically said, well, slavery is bad. And they're like, well, yeah, but guess who funded slavery? The North.
No. The Democrats.
So basically.
Go back and do. Look, if you're going to look at history, and we don't want to get political or anything like that, but if you go back and look.
The second thing that these white supremacists are doing, they are taking pagan signs that normally are designed for peace and converting them. Nazism did it to the swastika.
You go nuts over your symbols and signs,
but that's okay. So take the cross. They're doing it with the cross too. They're all watching. These white supremacists are walking around saying we're Christians and this is a Jesus nation and we want our white people back. That is crap.
All right. They're nuts.
Yeah, I agree.
They're sick.
But the fact
they're
that
demented, and you can't change stupid, sick, hateful. You just can't.
Right.
That's why I don't even acknowledge them.
But why are we taking? I feel that what they're doing is they're pushing for the left side to say, okay, we need to basically sterilize history. So the fact that you're taking the monuments down. I understand what they're all worried about, but they've been there for 100 years.
Yeah.
It's history.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to praise anyone.
One guy made a good point. If you go over to Rome, you see a lot of statues of old Caesars that did some pretty hideous things.
Right. It's history.
And they're still there, and they don't. They're not tearing them down. But then you could also say, well, look what ISIS did to those Buddhist stone. In like the side of the mountain, they just blew them apart. It's the same thing,
exact same thing.
But you know what?
And I'm sorry, but the swastika the swastika.
See how Forrest is that Forrest? I mean, I see Forrest. I'm like, is that Forrest Briggs?
I don't think I was Forrest Briggs.
Okay,
but off-world. And actually, the swastika is a Hindu symbol for love and peace. And so I'm just.
Yeah, why not sandblast history? Sherry, you're right on the nosy.
Thank you.
That's one of the things.
Because I'm a Southerner. I was born here in the South. Florida's not quite as deep south as Georgia and North Carolina, stuff like that. But I will tell people this, and some people get mad at me. My great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a landowner. He had slaves. He about had 1,000 slaves, give or take.
You could have avoided. You could have abstained from giving that information out because suddenly people are going to just.
Well, it's history. I cannot change that.
I know.
And I know what happened to him. He fought in the war. But when the slaves were let go, he didn't have money for them. He's like, well, I can't continue. They basically his farm. He had.
That's where sharecropping came in.
He says, here we go. He left North Carolina and he went to Texas and he took about 300. Of the black folk with him, and they so exactly. Here's the novel idea: learn history from a book, not a statue. I understand that, CC, but I don't think it's right for you to be ripping all the statues down and destroying them. I think
this is the thing: if you've had a monument that's been standing there for 150, 200 years, I don't think it's really necessary to ignore it. Don't pay attention. And it's not like this. People didn't feel like this 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago.
But I do have a question.
They just like this was history. And my point, you don't see people in Italy or in Rome freaking out because some of these Caesars that there are statues of were horrible, evil, hateful. I mean, and slavery is not new. Slavery goes back thousands and thousands of years ago. So, and it's always been an abhorrent concept of, owning another human being. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. And so all these neo-Nazis and these Ku Klux Klan, they're crazy, hateful. And you know what? It could be argued that they're full of a demonic spirit, and hateful demonic spirit. And
so I have a question too, though, and this goes into the paranormal. A lot of these, I wonder, do some of these slave headquarters, some of these slave ships, the ships are still available, do they have spirits? Are they black? Do they? And I know it's the black and white, but again, ethnic groups. You should,
You've never seen some of these. I know Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters went to these plantations that are famous for the supernatural activity. And a lot of times these are slaves that occupy, or at least supposedly. My belief is that they're all demonic and they're all trying to make it. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have to go through the same thing over and over again. People,
right.
You know me, right? I think you know me. Don't they know me, James?
So that's just my thing. I get upset because I feel that they're, as far as the symbol of the constitutional.
Look at.
I can't think. The flag.
Oh, you are could be CC. Now see who's guest 2802. Yeah, could be CC. I mean, why? I thought Bigfoot.
Thank you, Bigfoot. But
why?
That was just my the thing.
He had to comment on it, folks, or he would have sat there and said, "Eric, we should have commented." Now, if we try to do it next week,
it's been in the news the last week.
Yeah, it has.
And so, I mean, I don't know,
so
have my opinion on that.
Everybody that is ready for the eclipse, don't look at it directly.
I was going to go. I've seen these Facebook things that says, don't take your animals outside because they will look up at the eclipse and burn their eyes out. I'm sorry. I think my dog is smart.
You got him glasses?
No, my dog is not going to look up at the sun. They could care less if it's an eclipse. All it's going to look like is a cloudy day.
Even if you hear comes this dude, I would love to be off, number one.
Oh, guest 2802 is Cy. Well, hi, Cy.
Well, why are you coming in? Size that?
Well, you got to register and all that stuff.
Oh, pounds per square inch. Pounds per square inch. I
have no idea.
I'm trying to hold on to it. No XD shutters. All right, I'm trying to hang in.
No.
And look, Andy pops in. Andy, you got to let us know who you are. Come on, man. We do a live show for a reason. We want to get to know the people that listen on the. In the chat room. I mean, this is our time. We are basically hanging out together. This is like, gotcha. This is like a big hangout session. Every Friday night from 10 to 12, we are here. You can catch us on our flagship, ParaX. We're on Paranormal Huh. You can catch us on iHeart. You can actually go up to iHeart and listen to a bunch of shows that we have up there. Many avenues to listen to the show, and really, we enjoy the Friday 2-hour live because we get to meet some of you people. And
good point.
What?
If they can find us, they can steal our Cheetos.
Not the way you hide them. Yeah.
No, my wife does. I'm telling you, I try to get that oatmeal cookie. She was like, back it goes.
Dude, it was funny that she knew. Right. This is the thing. You have bread in one hand and a frickin' oatmeal cream pie in the other. What are you doing?
I thought she didn't see it.
Of course she saw it, man. She loves you. She cares about you. But then she's probably thinking, at least Daddy's going to have some energy for later on tonight. Zubadoo.
For those who are listening to us live on ParaX Radio Network, next comes I Have No Life, the meaning of life. So if you want to take a listen to that show, which is right after our show, that's why we now come to a complete stop right on the dime. We used to kind of run over a little bit.
Yeah.
But plus we were told we're not allowed to do that anymore.
All right, well, then we got to be out on time.
On time. We got 3 minutes.
No.
So
do we have 3 minutes? I'm
yeah.
looking down 11:59.
That's the old
Well,
clock.
we want to make sure, man, that I Have No Life has a full slot. What happened? What happened?
Well, I was reading something. I'm just trying to figure out what.
All right. How do you
Unfair-
guys feel about unfair chat delists? How do you guys feel about unfair chat delists? What?
I have no idea.
I have no idea there, Forrest. I'm like, what?
Well, maybe
what?
he's just talking in the chat room there.
Oh, okay.
So, this is Strange Things Radio, but we do talk about everything weird and strange, including ourselves.
And our Cheetos.
And our Cheetos.
Right.
But next week's show, any thoughts?
Dude, I have no idea. You know you have no idea, but I can guarantee one thing. This is how the conversation is going to go. Hey, James, what are we doing for the show? Eric, I don't know. I mean, I got a signing. I have to go and close up in Orlando. We'll think about it. Well, James, listen, you think about an idea. You come up, we'll fill in the lines, and then we'll hang out with the Strangelings. So, folks, this has been Strange Things Radio. We're here every Friday night from 10 to 12 a.m. Hang out with us. We love you. And
Well, where they at? Where are we at?
we're in Bradenton, Florida.
No.
What?
You said we're live here.
Here,
What's
yeah.
here?
Here in Bradenton, Florida, James.
No, you goofball.
What?
Para-X Radio Network.
I gave him that.
I didn't hear
gave
that
him-
part.
All right, dude, go ahead. You go with it, man.
All right, so you can find us Strange Things Radio Network on Facebook, Strange Things Radio at gmail.com. You can also host the Strange is our Twitter. We have strangethingsradio.com coming soon. If you want to hear us live, go to paraxradionetwork.com. Join our chat room. You can hear us live. Also, if you're hearing the podcast, we're across iHeart, also Paranormal Huh. And those are also our affiliates, too. But if you like to just hear us crazy and want to join the show, that's another way of doing to Para-X Radio Network. I think that's it.
That's it, bro. Listen. Hey, Strangelings, I'm waiting for James to realize he needs to bring up Lily. Just bring it up. Bring it up.
Bringing it up.
Bring it up, Lily. Let's a little bit louder, man. I got to hear her. There you go. You folks got to understand. Hear that voice? That was the one that told James, Dad, we better have a discussion with Eric. I don't want him eating my pistachios. I'm going to have a talk with him next week. She said it. I couldn't wait to see her. And what happens? She was in bed. So already she had to go to bed. But this is Strange Things Radio. We love you, folks. Can't wait to see you next week. Remember, we'll be here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on behalf of James and myself, Eric, until then, tag it, James.
Stay strange, folks.